Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah, and welcome to our live video chat. I'm so glad you're all here with me today, and today is the day we're going to reveal the winners for our giveaways. I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 minutes, make sure everyone's in, and then I'll do that. I just want to welcome you all to the live video chat. And just in case you're not sure about when and where the live video chat is, every Tuesday I try my very best. Occasionally I'm sick or, something happens. But every Tuesday at 9:30 Mountain Time. Now it's Mountain Time because I live south of Denver in Colorado. And so 9:30 Mountain Time, and that's over on the Facebook page, Posh Pooch Designs. And I see some of you are already clinking in. Good morning, Michelle and Dana, Rosie and Tina. Clink in. I've got my pretty little Valentine cup today. And if you didn't see my Valentine at the beginning of the video, this is my Valentine. Will you be my Valentine? Is that not funny? I thought it was great. I was going to do one that said I can't even get it right now. I don't know what I would do without you. And I was going to put a little donut there, but I thought with all the donut patterns, y'all might be a little bit donutted out. All right, I am going to put the winners up over here. Let me scoot this paper up. So I want to do this first off, unless I'm going to switch back over to that cam again one more time. And here are the winners. The Facebook winners who wins the yarn and the hook is Susie Francis Martinez. The gift card's going to go to Barbara Schaefer, and those are the winners off the Facebook live video from last week. The YouTube winners for the yarn and the hook is Ruth Larrabee, and I apologize, Ruth, I forgot to get a capital L on your Larrabee. The gift card's going to go to Marlene Foster. Now, the way you can contact me is through my email. This is my business email address, sach@poshpoochdesigns.com. All right? Now, what I need you to do is contact me using this email address. Tell me which winner you are, which I'll recognize your name. And then all I need really is your shipping address, and I'll get that out to you. Okie dokie? All right, congratulations to our winners. And that was so much fun. I have to give you a little hint. Max and Rosie's birthday is in March, and they're both rescue dogs, and we're not sure exactly when their birthdays are. And because they kind of corresponded similar in March, but a year apart, we decided that their birthdays were March 17th, because that's St. Patrick's Day, which is a very lucky day, right? All right, now, let me give you a little hint. If you're feeling a little bit blue about Valentine's Day, and maybe you don't have a Valentine, go down to your local dog or cat or pet rescue and get you one. Because dogs and cats make great Valentines. Thought I'd tell you that right off the bat. Anyway, congratulations to my winners, and I've got some fun things to talk with you about, some fun things to show you, and then we'll get into our conversation. And our conversation today is going to be about which loops are which when we're stitching. All right, now did everybody clink in? I see a bunch more of you are popping in. Clink in. I've gotten attached to Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and so I'm drinking more today. I just love it. All right. All right, so a couple of hints I want to give you. One of the questions that I got this week is from a fellow crochet designer, and she said her wrist that she crochets with hurts all the time, but it might have something to do with the fact that she crochets for 5 and 6 hours a day. So I'll tell you what I do. I have this little thing on my wrist right here, It's just called a ganglion cyst. It's no big deal, but it does hurt sometimes if I crochet too long. And if you just get one of these, they're like $3 at Walmart or Walgreens. And it's a super thing. You just stick it on. It velcros around like this. And it's not too tight, but it will hold your wrist in place. And it also helps with that swelling that you might get. Don't put it on too tightly. You don't want to put your fingers to sleep, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what it works for me. And I don't wear it all the time. And one thing you can do if you are waking up in the morning and your wrist hurts, you can put this on at night and sleep in it. And then it's not annoying during the day, and it can help with that swelling and pain. That's one hint of something that I do, because you know I crochet constantly, and I'm using all different weights of yarns and hooks, and so yes, my wrist can get very sore. Another hint, another question I got that I'm going to give you a little hint about is that a friend of mine said, every time I crochet, I leave strings everywhere and my vacuum cleaner won't pick them up. And if you have a crochet area, like I have a work table up here in my yarn studio, but I also have like a lap table that I use when I'm watching TV in the bedroom, or downstairs when I'm crocheting and I'm at the coffee table, the dining room table. Especially if you're working with those fun furs, you get quite a mess. I'm going to show you a little hint that I do. Pick you up one of these at the dollar store for $1. It's your typical thing for getting hair off of things, and you can easily clean up those yarns with this. Put it in your yarn bag and you'll always have it with you. They work fantastic, and I use it all the time. I keep one of these in here all the time because my workspace gets covered in yarn all the time, and it can pick up those heavy yarns. Whoops, I went the wrong way again. I do this all the time. It can pick up heavy yarns and it can pick up string. And it's one of my frustrations that around the carpet, around my work table here and downstairs in different places where I'll sit and crochet, my vacuum cleaner can suck up a nail, but it can't suck up a piece of yarn. Isn't that silly? I'm like, I'm tired of this. And then I remember, oh, I use these for the dogs, you know, where they lay, and I'll just rub it, you know, especially when they're shedding. And I thought, this works great. And so now I have them everywhere, and you can get them at the Dollar Tree or dollar store. You can also find them at Walmarts and different places, and they're really cheap, like $1, you know, maybe $2 at the most. So they are really great. All right, so that's a couple of helpful hints. I hope that will be helpful to you. All right, so let's get into our conversation about loops. Are you feeling a little loopy? Sometimes when we crochet and we're trying to figure out what designers are talking about, we can get just a little bit loopy, or maybe I should say loopier. Okay, so let's click back down over here, and I'm clicking down a lot today, but I want to show you rather than tell you. All right, so I've got some chunky yarn here. I've got a crochet hook, and I'm just going to quickly stitch some double crochets. Let's make about 5 or 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, okay, 7. All right, so then I'm going to double crochet in the 4th chain just to get me some double crochets going here. And I like using double crochet for the demonstration just because they're big and we can see them. And I chose to use this chunkier yarn. Get that out of the way. Throw that in my yarn bowl. All right. So here we have some typical double crochets. And the question that I get all the time is, where's my front loop? Where's my back loop? What does the designer mean when they say top loop? And so we're just going to talk about this just a little bit. When you're stitching, you'll always see that what looks like braids on the top. And the best way to remember when the designer of a pattern, or even if you're designing your own pattern or whatever you're working on, when they say back loop only, they're referring to these loops up here. And the way to find the back loop is that the back loop is the loop on the top that is facing away from you. And the front loop is here. And these are the loops that are facing you. So let me chain 3 and turn. All right, so now I'm looking at my work, and my pattern says stitch double crochet in the back loop. Well, my chain 3 here is going to count as my first double crochet, so I'm going to stitch in the back loop. So I'm going to put my hook through this way and stitch my next stitch. And you'll end up with a ridge. Okay, well, if the pattern says stitch in the front loop, we're going to do a double crochet, but we're going to go in this front loop. And you won't have a ridge. You'll have a little ridge on the back. And sometimes it's used for different types of applications. All right, so what if the pattern doesn't tell me front loop or back loop? What do I do? Where do I put the stitch? Unless the pattern tells you front loop, back loop, or some other place they want you to put it, like, you know, your front post or back post, which we're not going to talk about those today. The thing to do is when you're stitching, you'll go through what's called the top. And a lot of times they refer to that as the top loops. And that means you'll stitch, you know, you'll wrap your yarn over and you'll stitch going through both of those loops to make your double crochet or whatever stitch that you're working on. So if the pattern doesn't tell you whether to go in the top loop, excuse me, if the pattern doesn't tell you whether you should go in the front loop or the back loop, you're going to go through those 2 top loops. I got a little bit of a tickle. Hang on 2 seconds. I hope that explained it to you. I know I get that question all the time. You didn't say which loop to go through. Well, if a pattern designer doesn't tell you, you're going to go through both those top loops right through it. If it says BLO, which is back loop only, you go through the back loop. If it says FLO, front loop only, you go through the front loop. And it's really, you have to really look at the stitch and get used to looking at your double crochet or whatever stitches, because it could be single crochets, half double crochets, triples. The loops on the top still look the same. I always call that a braid because where the chains are on the top, it just looks like a braid to me. And so I hope that explained it to you so that you understand. Unless the designer of the pattern or whatever pattern that you're working on tells you back loop or front loop, you go right through both those loops like I showed you. And it's really that simple. Next week I'm going to talk to you about front post, where's the post of the stitch, and back post. And because those two can be a little bit more confusing, so I didn't want to talk about them today. We're going to talk about them in next week's video. Hopefully. Long as nobody gets sick. I tell you what, everybody I know has the flu. Makes me want to stay in one of those masks. This has been a crazy flu year. All right, so I hope those of you that have clicked in and you want to know if you won, when the video's over, just check at the beginning of the video. I put them out there. And I'm going to also do it at the end of the video as well. But congratulations. Alrighty, so let's talk about what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Well, I got the video, Donut Heaven. Let me tell you, the scarf's back there, the hot pads are back there that we did. I got the video and the pattern for the donut messy bun hats, which these are so much fun. They're fun to wear out because people almost giggle when they see you, and they're warm and they're just fun to make. They whip up really, really quick. So make use some of these. They're great. And then I explained to you how you can make them in any size just by adjusting the band of the hat. All right, so that happened this week. Another thing that happened is I gave you an Olympic challenge. We may not be athletes, which I definitely am not, but we can still do something Olympic. And what I did is I just put out it's not a video, it's just a pattern on my blog. It's just a graph, actually. It's not a pattern. And so what I did is I put the graph out there for anybody who wants to use it. And you can just design something from the graph. I just made a simple banner so I can hang it up. I took it down to bring it here to show you. I'm going to hang it back up downstairs. But you can make a pillow, you could make a cowl, you could make a headband or a hat, whatever you want. And if you do, post it on my Facebook page so I can see it. I love the Olympics. I think they're so much fun. And in a lot of ways, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could do like a triple toe loop or a, skiing down the hills and mountains, I should say. I can't do any of that sort of stuff. And so I vicariously live through those athletes. And I love seeing all the different countries get together and compete. And that, that's another question that somebody asked me the other day. I have to answer this real quick. They said, do you feel like you're in competition with all the other crochet designers? And you know what? I don't. I have met so many wonderful crochet designers. And, we just kind of feel like as crochet designers, we want to see all of our friends that are crochet designers, whether you're just beginning or you've been doing this for years, we want to see you all succeed at what you do. That's why you'll notice on my Facebook page and also in the group, PPD Puppy Love Crochet, that's the group. Go join it. We have lots of fun in there. I always love to post other designers' patterns because I love seeing what other people do and I want them to succeed as much as I want myself to succeed. And so, yeah, that's a question I got the other day. I forgot about it. All right, now I have 2 videos I'm going to be what I call re-editing this week. And there are a couple that I did. Oh, my goodness. I wrote the patterns a long time ago, and then I did some videos. And remember, I told you I was going to be, with our new system, redoing some of the videos. And one of them I'm going to be redoing is the spring coaster, spring flowers coaster. It's really pretty. It's a double petal. I keep doing that the wrong direction. I've got my screen set up so I can see the comments on Facebook and my video. So sometimes I'm kind of not sure what I'm doing. Anyway, this is it. It's got leaf on the back, and you can make it out of cotton or acrylic. It's up to you. Just super pretty, super fun, and it's a really quick, great pattern. And it's great if you're going to have like a party outside or something and everybody's going to have a glass and you can set them all out and everybody can have a different color flower. It's so fun. And then I'm going to be doing I'm going to be redoing the dog tie. A friend of mine asked me if I would redo this one next, so I will because I love my friends. So anyway, it's just a striped dog tie and it can be used for a kitty cat or any animal just by adjusting the strap. And you can also use it for a baby. Because it's short enough where it's not going to get caught in their diaper or anything. So that's a couple of videos we're going to be redoing this week. So anyway, as usual, I have jam-packed this video full of a whole bunch of information and stuff, but I still hope that you enjoyed it. Now, I want to, before I let you go and get my throat clear here, I want to put the winners of the videos. I want to put the winners of the giveaways back up one more time just so that you can see that. And here's the winners again. For Yarn and Hook, Susie Francis Martinez. For a gift card, Barbara Schaefer. And those are the winners from the Facebook video. The winners from the YouTube is Yarn and Hook is Ruth Larrabee. And again, I want to apologize for not noticing I didn't capitalize your last name. And then the gift card is Marlene Foster. I hope I pronounced your names right. And if I didn't, please forgive me on that. And all you need to do is email me at sach@poshpoochdesigns.com. That's my business email. And all I need is your shipping address so that I can either ship the yarn and the hook or the gift card to you. And congratulations on being the winners. And like I said, March 17th is Maximo and Rosie's birthday. And we'll probably have a fun puppy celebration. And I hope to have some more giveaways then. Because you know what? I think I like giveaways. They're lots of fun. And I like giving away stuff. So we'll see. And again, congratulations to the winners. And don't forget, if you want a Valentine and you don't have one, go to your local pet or cat rescue and get you a new Valentine. Have a great week, and thanks for tuning in today. Bye-bye now.